There we go. Good. All right. I think the YouTube tube is fine. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to May FAC meeting. First, I want to thank everyone for making it here and for the flexibility of moving it so that our agenda items align with our board meeting tonight. I spoke with Bill Spare before I sent an email requesting to move it. I learned that I shouldn't really share that presentation publicly for some opportunity. We'll see. So I appreciate them just working with that. But we'll be presented to them to our board since Friday. So then I'm referring to our first agenda item 2.4. So Tara, would you mind sharing that? Thank you. And of course, as usual, the items are in the monthly, excuse me, the monthly FAC folder. And so I'm trying using the need to be able to filter in. And so with 2.4, we align this with our financial statements. And I'm happy to flip through the pages and talk about some different items if that's what we all would like. I am happy to report also that we found each item to be in compliance. So for those of you who have served on FAC historically, I know last year this was not able to be presented at the May meeting because the same issue that we had this year, where with the graduation was more important. So anyone with any familiar with FAC from the year before, do you guys have a preference of how we go through 2.4?
I don't have a preference. If you said I'm having a little trouble hearing you, so you said we can flip through some of the pages.
If you want, we absolutely can go each page and see each item, or you all
how many pages is there? Are there certain things that you'd like to highlight to bring to our attention?
There's not a lot to bring to attention because the good news is everything we reported compliance.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull. I can't flip screens. Just where I'm sitting.
Okay.
So let me pull up the report. So Tara, if you want to go to the first page after, so here we talk about our compliance with the reserve balances, and each of those comply with the monitoring report and policy. And so our restricted reserves, you can see that they changed a little bit from July to March. And this is the Tabor Reserve, who we all be familiar with, is a calculation on specific types of revenue that the district.
Right. Okay. Well, that looks pretty consistent. So that's good.
Yeah, exactly. And so then we go through and do this for each of the charter schools. Not sure how much interest you have in going through those. Typically for the charter schools, they're not going to make changes to their budgeted amounts until they close the year. And so it's not surprising to see those consistent from our adopted budget to March 31st.
Great.
Yeah. And then here we are looking at our unassigned fund balance as a percentage of general fund reserves. And so we are forecasting to maintain 4% of general fund reserves, which is in confidence. Here is an analysis showing our average monthly expenditures compared to our reserves and unrestricted cash. Again, we are able to it's there. Here, can you pull up a little bit, or the other way? I wanted to just make sure I knew which one. So this next one is that we are not spending more funds than we've received. unless it's intentional to spend it with balance. So that is incorrect. And this goes through and lists what are beginning from balances, our revenues, transfers, expenditures. So happy to report income. School budget. So,
Okay.
Sorry.
any questions so far? I'm sorry, I'm going a little faster. Oh, am I cutting in and out? I'm going to turn my video off so that hopefully it helps them not. All right, is that better? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. Any questions on the operating expenditures? You can see that we have a note that they are exceeding the revenue right now, which is completely acceptable because they'll be endless to some things. All right, so this one is talking about the district in pursuing receivables. And so we absolutely pursue collecting the accounts receivable. We'll continue that practice. And just a side note, the team will be delving into some of this a little deeper in the upcoming months. Right? And here we are reporting about our bond funds and the fact that the district is spending those as intended. So there's a lot of really great details. Support that for everyone. Advisory committee is done and the review process. Here we list each of them projects and their status. So this is multiple pages. Right. And here we talk about the policy for our override funds to be absent of the water. Someone which awesome presentation with I see in here some just some of the changes. Sure. Okay. Sure. Same, just a rights. Right, here we're showing components that the district hasn't turned into any for expenditures. This is our but this same as we're to make sure that our projections done in the way that
Sorry. Can everybody else hear Gina? Because I am having a hard. I think she's cutting in and out.
It's pretty hard to decipher sometimes, I'll be honest.
Okay, Tara, do you want to take this section? Budget?
Where did you leave off?
If you go
on.
yes, ma'am.
All right. So sorry. Moved. Sorry, I'm just re-familiarizing myself with this part. That we did we do have declining enrollment, but the district is not. We did adopt the budget. Sorry, Gina, I'm just not like totally familiar with the specific on these specific items on this report, but we are in contract with Clifton Allen Arson to do our audit each fiscal year. Again, this is all talking about Clifton Larson Allen doing our financial audit. We did complete our audit on February 20th. This was an extension from CDE, and we did meet the deadline to complete our annual audit for FY22. Gina, can you come back?
Yep. So here we are sharing the information similar to the presentation that you received last month from our investment advisors with public trust advisors. We are investing our funds in compliance with state law and district policy. So on this this next item, maintaining a positive image to compliance, the district continues to comply with that standard. Again, we talk about the 5C mill levy, and you all received a presentation last month on 5C and how the district is using those funds. Worked with you all for a recommendation on additions to it to remaining compliance for next fiscal year. And that was the end of the report. And so I know that was somewhat quick, and you guys had a little bit of a hard time hearing me because of my trying to use my phone as a hotspot. I apologize again for that. Any questions on 2.4?
I don't have any questions.
All right, Tara, do you want to go to, we'll do that afterwards. We close this one out. So the next item that we have on the agenda is 2.4 for internal construction. So I'm not sure how this has been presented to you guys in the past. I was struggling to find the recording. So what we did this year is we took all of our risk assessment documents that we use with our audit, which is the piece that you all are reviewing, learning about today, and we put them into one document, PDF, and saved it in the monthly folder. So the same place that 2.4 was saved here is where those risk documents are.
So which folder in the Google Drive?
The May 24th under monthly folders. So there's 4 separate items. The first one that we can get is the general disbursements and accounts payable. And so this document goes through and explains what our policies and procedures are, and this is reviewed by our auditor. So we will actually start doing this work again for fiscal year 2020. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. in the next few months, in the next month or so. And so it goes through different questions that our auditors ask to determine what risks the district is at through our processes. And so you can see that great thing that the district has done is we even highlight when we make changes to our procedures. For example, that first line on the page, not the first line, but the first grouping, we made a change in 2020 to remote working procedures. So this was something that was important to highlight in here for our auditors as they think about our risks. And you guys all have access to this in the monthly folder under FAC. So then we also have, thank you, Jonathan. The next one is revenue, accounts receivable, and receipts. It's team. All right, and so here we describe the different types of receivables that the district will have and what our processes for reported, how they're reviewed, who does them, requirements for timing. Describe our real levy certification, which drives our override dollars received. This also goes through how we reconcile our receivables. So as you can see, would take us a long time to go through each and every one of the questions that the auditors ask in determining the risks the district is at for each item. But you can see sorry, you can see how detailed the questions are and how detailed and then at the end here you can see the different levels of responsibility.
Do you want to go through each document, Gina?
I don't think that it makes sense to go through each of these as part of the call. Hopefully the FAC team is able to access it and can read through and see if there are questions at some point. These are, like I said, very standard questionnaires that the auditors put together that we then review and update annually. And so what you can see is when we do make changes, those by highlighting. I don't make any changes if we made from this number to one to just in your so any questions, any thoughts on these? Anything you'd like to see?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. Anybody else? Okay, so I think when we go to the agenda, we have the next two items are really work items, so we can go ahead and stop recording the stream.